Hey, this is Andrew Brown, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to register for the free GenAI Bootcamp. I'm at genai.cloudprojectbootcamp.com, which is the official domain for this event. And you can click this link, and it will take you to the Exam Pro page for sign up. You can also go to the main website and register. If you already have an Exam Pro account, you can log in that way. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new account from scratch to show you the end-to-end process. So whether you click here or you click here, it's going to take you to the same place. So let's go ahead and hit register now. And all it's doing up here, you know that it's going to put you in the right place if the plan is set to EXP GenAI at the top here. I'm going to make a new account. I'm going to use my personal email, which I rarely ever use. So if anybody sends me emails, I'm not going to see it. But I'm going to go ahead here and make myself a new account. And I'm just putting in a password. Here we go. We'll go ahead and sign up. And it does not match, so give me one moment to make sure that matches. Okay. They match up. And so now I'm going to get a PIN. So I'm going to go over to my email. And over here, I have a PIN to sign up. So I'm going to enter that PIN number in. And we'll hit submit. We'll give it a moment. It says, thanks for confirming, proceed. I'm going to choose dark mode because I like it. And so I didn't directly take us to that plan, but it's totally fine because it's right here. I put it nice and obvious in here. If it's not here, it'll be under Exam Pro, under Bootcamps. We'll go ahead and click into here. And here, it is free for you. So you have to go here and just accept the 0.00 amount there. You didn't have to enter a credit card or anything. And then we can continue on to the GenAI Bootcamp. And so from here, we have our welcome message. But what you'll need to do is get set up for registration. So I have some information in here in the introduction, which is just going to tell you some things, going to move my head out of the way. But all I'm talking about here is about saving the date. And you really should add, go to one of these here and add your, to notify you here. Or if you're on LinkedIn, you can do the same as well and download it. At some point, I will create calendar events that you can mass download for the entire schedule. We'll have the schedule in the system here as well. It is on the marketing website, okay? To complete your registration, you do need to complete the registration forms over here. So this is what you'll want to do next. I'm just gonna click into them and show you them. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill them in really quickly, just to make sure that they are working. So I'm gonna go here and say Exam Pro Training Inc. I am the CEO. I would be described at this level here, and just pick the best that you can in here. It's not a big deal if it's not a perfect match, but we used to have it open and then I'd have so many different types. Choose your time zone. So I am in a -5, so just focus on that time, not necessarily the name, but the time. I'm in Canada. And this is the list of countries that Canada recognizes. So I do apologize if, for whatever reason, you know, it's misnamed or whatever, but just do your best to guess there. We asked for the language just because we are building a language learning app. And so we'll say I know a little bit of Japanese, but this way we'll just be able to know, because it'd be cool to know what language everybody speaks. You don't have to do this, but we do want you to put in at least one social profile. The reason we do this is mostly for trust and safety for attendees. We want to make sure that accounts are linked back to some social account that is accountable and verifiable. So I'm going to go ahead and just add my LinkedIn profile here. But also, you know, if I do talk to you, I really do like having these because I look them up before I talk to you, so I can have context whenever I'm doing grading or stuff like that. So if you can, fill it in. I know not everyone's using Twitter these days, but if you use something like Blue Sky or something else, or maybe in your region of the world, you don't use LinkedIn or Twitter, it's something else, just do your best to fill one of the three in here. If you've ever attended another event like one of these, check box them, that'd be great. And we'll go ahead and submit this. And so now that's submitted. And the idea is you want to go through all these 4 forms. They're not hard. As you can see, I'm filling them in pretty quick. Let's look at the assessment form. This one's about assessing your skill level. So how are you with containers? I'd say I'm pretty good. What's your level of AWS? I'm good. I'm really good with this. I'd say I'm pretty advanced for GCP. For Python, I've never been really good with Python myself. But again, you're filling in whatever it is that you would have for your skill level. I'd say I'm advanced. I don't want to say I'm an expert, but I know quite a bit. I mean, I'm putting on a boot camp, but we have experts coming to help me out here. My skill level with hardware is intermediate. Same thing with ML. I'm really good with front end. I'm really good with back end. And here you can just put whatever you want. So if you have the AI practitioner, like AWS AI practitioner, you could do that. I think I say to use the code. So this would be the AIF CO1 AZ900. And again, just do your best to help us out. I'm not sure why this one's required, so I will change that so that's not a hard requirement. Let's go ahead and look at hardware specs. The reason I want to know your hardware specs is because we're not just teaching GenAI on the cloud, but also on local machines. And if I know what everyone's using, then I can try to best help people where they are or see where they're at. But like for me, I have all three systems. I do actually have an AI PC. And then here you'd want to provide your specs. So if you're on your like your Windows machine, here I'd open system requirements, system information. Okay. And just do your best to fill it in. I need you to fill in at least one here. So I'm on Windows 10, and this is, I don't know, but I know this is, let's say Windows 10, and the graphics card here is, this is what I have on this one. So I have a GeForce RTX 3600. And here it might tell me the generation of chip I have. So I'm looking here. This is a i5 65000. So I believe that would tell me everything I need to know. So we'll go i5 65000. And that's an Intel core. And for RAM, what do I have for RAM? I think I have a lot. I have 64 gigabytes of RAM. Okay, so that is good enough for us to get information here. And you know, it just really depends on what you have, because if you have a lot of RAM, you're going to be able to do other stuff. But if you have a last generation chip, then you're going to have some limitations if you decide to fall through this stuff. But just do your best to help us out here. The last one is student outcomes. So, you know, what do you plan on participating in? So I'm doing everything. Do you plan on joining the Discord? Are you planning on putting this project on your resume? Do you want to be graded to receive a badge and certificate of completion? And there we go. And so I'm fully registered, and that's all it takes. And I'll see you in the next one, okay? Ciao.